This property was built in 2016. It came complete with a separate barn for livestock. Problem was it hadn't been used in quite some time and needed a little bit of renovation. So this is the story of how our renovations began. With a donkey already on the way in foster care, we needed to create some actual runs for the donkey and for any future animals that we might be getting. So where those red circles are, that's where we needed to put some gates. It's been a busy morning here at Fletcher Farms. We went this morning to Home Depot to rent a dingo because we need to sink some poles. So this is going to be our first Fletcher Farms adventure. Took the panels down for the stall runs.
Keys.
So in this area we need to put up some gates to make some runs. So right now what are we doing?
Setting up my post so I can string out a grid so I can figure out where the 3 panels are. Kind of center everything and get everything in a string grid so I can figure out where all my centers are. Then I'll use some high-vis paint to mark those. And then we'll pull the string, run the dingo up in here and start drilling holes to 36 inches. Frost line here is 18 inches. So we want to make sure we're above the frost line, below the frost line, so that we don't get heaving and it doesn't lift all our pipe. This is some of the more tedious part, especially if you're picky and want stuff to look nice.
So we're marking these because these are where the posts are going to go, correct?
Yes, correct. So, like, this is actually easier if I do it this way. So there's my center line to that post. These should already have been these should have been put on a string line when they were placed. So I'm just going to go off the post itself, and that'll give me a good indicator of where I need to be. It just makes life a little bit easier on me, and I can move a little bit faster. All right, so a little time consuming, and I know you can wrap string around all the poles, and I've done that before, but I'm gonna pull this off and put it back on. So I'm just doing a little loop right there, and then I'm working my string back. And just like tying down cargo with rope, I just do another loop right there. String's cheap. Plus I can still use it with this. Pull a little bit of slack. And then I bring it around. Now it allows me to put tension on it. And then I just do a nice little slip knot. And now I know why whenever you do like 5 of these and everything's perfect, as soon as you roll the camera, it all messes up. There we go. Good enough. Okay.
So what do we do here?
So now we've got our side string lines. So now we're going to pull one of the long ones. I can pull these tighter because we were actually up against the post on that one, so I'm not sure if there's concrete down there or what. So instead of just bust everything up, trying to get my string in, I'm just going to friggin' pull it. Second verse, same as the first. And then I'm going to set them as low as I can to the ground without hitting anything. Try to set them where they don't hit another string line. And now we can visualize what the run looks like.
So we got all the holes dug and the first hole set. And now we're running a string line. Why are you running a string line?
So I can figure out where I need to set the other poles in relationship to this one.
We got all the poles set. A little bit of setback. We needed to redig a couple that were a little bit off. But we got all the poles set and even. And tomorrow we can come in and do the gates and the rest of the fencing that needs to go up in this area.